those who know me know that I have been extremely blessed with 4 beautiful children, which means I have spent a lot of time in our cradle room. And this week, as I was prayerfully asking the Lord to help me with my children's story message, I got a song stuck in my head from Cradle Roll. And a few of you might know this. Now, bear with me. I have not been given the gift of song, just the gift of speech. So I started hearing this song, and you might recognize it. When a mother says cluck, cluck, who comes running, who comes running? And you go through all the different animals, and all the little babies come running as mama's calling. And that got me to think of a story I knew. It was nap time, and Lucas was 4, and 4 was just too big for naps. He didn't take naps anymore. He was a big kid. But Lucas had a little brother, Seth. And Seth was only 1, and Seth still needed naps. So Mom had agreed that Lucas could sit in the living room and play quietly with his toys and not have to take a nap if he could be nice and quiet while she put baby Seth down for his nap. So Lucas thought this was a great plan. Yes, he wholeheartedly agreed. Yes, Mommy, I'll be super quiet. I'll be super good. Yes, thank you. So, Mommy, thinking it'd be less stressful, put Lucas in the room, gave him little blocks and a few little books to play with, and she went into the baby's room to put the baby down. Baby went down, and she thought, wow, Lucas was so quiet that whole time. What a good little guy. This is going to work out great. Was able to put the baby down. He played quietly, and she went to go get him, and Lucas wasn't in the living room. Well, that's strange. Maybe he went to the playroom. Maybe the blocks just weren't fun anymore. So she goes into his playroom, but Lucas wasn't in the playroom. Well, maybe he went into his bedroom to find something. So she went into the bedroom. He wasn't there either. Now remember, baby's down for nap, so Mom doesn't want to call out, Lucas, really loud. So she starts going to each room of the house quietly, opening doors and closing them. Lucas, where are you, sweetheart? But no Lucas is found. Now, Mommy starts getting a little panicky. Lucas, he's not anywhere in the house. She goes in the garage, he's not in the garage. She goes out back, he's not out back. Then she remembered he just learned how to open the front door, and they were just getting ready that week to install locks that he couldn't open with. And could have he snuck out there? She didn't hear the door open. Could he be out? No, he couldn't, but maybe. So Mother quickly goes out front, and she starts looking all around because, you see, they lived in the country, and right across the street was a canal bank, and that canal had water just rushing through it, and Lucas didn't swim yet. Lucas loved to go in Grandma's swimming pool, but he always had his floaties on and things, and she thought, what if he thought he could go swimming in that canal by himself? So Mother went out, and she's looking, and that water's just flowing all around, but Lucas, now she starts getting loud. Now she's really panicking. Lucas, where are you? Lucas! And there's no Lucas. Mommy has tears running down her eyes now. What if somebody took him? Where could he be? She says, don't panic. Pray, and God will help me find him. And she's thinking, I've got to call 911 and have them help me. I've got to call Daddy at work and have him help me. But the first thing I need to do is I need to pray. So Mommy stops. She prays with all her heart, Lord, help me find my little Lucas. Where could he be? And suddenly, the Holy Spirit spoke into Mommy's ear and told her, go to your neighbors. Now, the neighbors next door, they were an elderly couple. There were no kids for Lucas to play with, no reason for him to be over there. And there was a great big fence between their houses, so you had to go all the way around to see what was happening next door. So that's what Mommy did. Mommy thought, Holy Spirit said, go check on neighbors, go check on neighbors. So she went over to the neighbors, and before she could even round about to go to their door, who should she see playing in the dirt? Lucas. there he was in his underoos. He didn't even have his clothes on, just sitting there in his underoos, playing in the dirt, happy as can be. And he looks up, smiling, dirty as could be. Hey, Mommy, were you looking for me? Oh, Mommy grabbed him up and gave him a great big bear hug. And oh, Lucas, Lucas, I was so worried about you. She took him back home and cleaned him up, put some clothes on him. And then she sat down and told him how much he was loved, how precious and dear he was to her, and that if she should ever lose him, it would just break her heart. And that got me thinking, you are each precious and dear and loved, not just to your mommies and your daddies and grandmas and grandpas and all those people in your family, but to God. And he tells us in his word, so I know it's true. Did you know you could trust everything the Bible tells you? So in Ezekiel 34:11, it says, thus saith the Lord. So God says this, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out. God is looking for you. He says, you are my child and I love you and I want you in my kingdom forever with me. So whether you're lost from mommies or daddies, or from God, just stop and pray and know that he's never far from you because he lives right in your heart. Now, I know sometimes when we get lost, I've been lost. How many people have been lost in here? It's hard to find our voice sometimes when we're lost. So I've got these fun whistles for you guys that if you ever should find yourself lost, just whistle really loud. And I promise somebody's going to turn around, look, what? Where did that sound come from? And they're going to help you. You will find help. And I also have some snacks here. So as you go back to your seat, you can pick out a snack and you can pick out a whistle. And remember that God will always find you.